What's going on, everybody? It's Justin. I'm coming back with another video again. Sorry I've been absent, like I said, for a while. But this video, I just wanted to talk about why I left my old job, my morning job, and I got a new one. So, the reason I've been absent for a little bit too is I've been working hard at my new job, my new morning job. I've always had two jobs. I've mentioned in my videos in the past. My afternoon night job that I've had for almost 9 years now. It was one of the first jobs. Well, actually, sorry, it was the first job I got hired as a personal support worker, and it is in home care. And the other job I got is in home care too. The one I just left was home care also as well. So the reasons I left my last employer was I finally got fed up with the management. And I felt kind of like I wasn't able to grow with the company anymore. My opportunity was limited to grow. There was really no education that was offered. They always had to complain to get money for the educational part of it. If there was any educational part, and never was. And we were unionized under SEIU. Now, like I've said in my previous videos, I am not for or against unions. And I will say that in my course of 6 years of being at my last job, it was a pretty good ride most of the time, but the last couple years have been kind of, I felt it kind of falling off the tracks. That being said, when our management started changing and, the old regime started moving and getting kicked out and was replaced with more like a type of business regime, because the company I worked for was more for a for-profit company than a non-profit company. I didn't really like it. I felt like I was scrutinized a lot in my work. I felt like my company wasn't there for me, and the management sort of showed that. Also having my manager, not my supervisor, my manager, tell me in one meeting that I seemed like a very unprofessional person, which was kind of one of the straws that broke the camel's back. I would really appreciate someone who is supportive and who is nurturing towards their employees to help them grow, especially if they were a nurse. Like I do look up to nurses, and to be treated like that, especially by your boss's boss, and said that, is really offensive to me. Fortunately, I didn't say anything at that time, and I'm glad I did keep my mouth shut, because, I'd rather take the high road, and I'd rather, find something else, which I did. Now, the new company I'm with too, I've been with them almost the last month, and it's been pretty good. And I must say, it seems to me there's lots of opportunity to grow. I got a minimum permanent contract within my availability, which is great. Couldn't be more happier. Better benefits are going to come, and even a company pension, which my last job didn't have. They had crappy benefits and they had no pension. So, with that being said too, I took the high road, started looking for another job, and finally found one. And I was really happy too, and I still am really happy. I feel like a big weight has been lifted off my shoulders, and I feel like I have a fresh start, and I feel very happy now. For the longest time, actually, too, I wasn't really feeling too happy. I was miserable. I didn't want to come to my morning job anymore. And the one assignment I did have for the last year and a half, too, I got out of it because of all the trouble that it was causing me and the stress that it was causing me. And I'm glad to got out of it, got back into the home care bit a little bit, but still felt like my company wasn't supporting me. So I made a decision to look for a new job, found a new job, and luckily, thanks to one of my fellow co-workers, who I'm good friends with, she said there was a job fair, and the company I am with now hired me, and they called me back and, wanted me really badly. So, there are plenty of other opportunities I have learned out there. And if you are miserable in your job, my best advice is find another one, because no one really ever stays at their employer for their whole life, unless it's a really great job and you're kicking ass and everything's great. You know what I mean? The problem is nowadays, it's not the job, so to speak, that people hate. It's the management, and it's your boss. And one video I did see on the internet, people don't leave their jobs because they don't like their careers. People leave their jobs because they don't like their management and they don't like their bosses. And when they get a new boss and a new management, changes the scope of the situation, and it can either be bad or good, depending. And in my situation, to me, it was getting bad. So I left. I left my job. I left my crappy job and got a better job. So there you go. And I'm happy. And I love it. And it's good. I respect the company I'm with now. And, you know, even though my last company wasn't that great, it was a good run for 6 years. No hard feelings towards them. But, you know, the management could have done a better job of being more supportive. And especially, like I said, my manager calling me an unprofessional person when she doesn't know me that well makes me feel like a piece of shit. You know, people do make mistakes in life. Come on, people. Give people a break, honestly. Get to know your employees. Look, if anybody's watching this video and they're a manager or supervisor anywhere, to get to know your employees, get to know them on a good basis. Don't be judgmental. Care about your employees, because they're your backbone of your company. Okay? They're going to lead you to the promised land. And unfortunately, if you're not supportive of them, the good ones are going to leave and the bad ones are going to stay. And, you know, the good ones are going to go find better jobs, and you're going to be sorry. All right. So that's unfortunate. The only unfortunate thing too with my last job is that my clients that I did leave, and, you know, they understand. And I told them it wasn't because of them. It was because I needed a change of environment, for certain reasons. And everyone knows what they are in this video. So kudos to everyone. Also, I just wanted to do a big shout out to the people I used to work with who were awesome. I will miss you guys. Unfortunately, like I said, I had to think about myself and my best well-being and my feelings and how I feel. All the above. But like I said, I'll miss my former co-workers who were awesome, and I'll miss my clients especially. But anyways, let's off to a fresh start. And I'm coming up on 9 years in October. I'm looking forward to that. And when I make some more videos in the future and I do the decade, that's going to be an incredible milestone for me. But hopefully I'll keep going to a certain point, and you never know. But anyways, so those are the reasons why I left my job and I got a new one. And I couldn't be much more happier. And from the sounds of it, this job is going to work out. But if for some strange reason, knock on wood, that it doesn't, there are still plenty of other opportunities out there. And I won't look back and say that I made a mistake leaving my job, because if I had to do it all over again, I still would do it. I would still leave my job to go for this one. All right, folks, take it easy. And remember what I said. If you're in a job that you don't like because you just don't like the environment you're in, or it's because you can't get along with the bosses, the management, or your boss, then it's time to find another suitable environment for your career, or change careers altogether. So it's up to you. And as I always say, always look out for yourself and your best personal interests. And I know it's always a good idea to put others before yourself most times, but sometimes you have to put yourself first to make yourself happy so that you can put other people ahead of you later. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.